Good evening, ladies and gents. There is a new method to hacking your 3DS. The old one in my last video does not work. Again, I'm using my better camera today, so you can clearly see what's on the screen, as I do not have a capture card available to me, since for each time I make one of these guides, I need a new 3DS. This is one that was sent to me by an eBay customer, so I'm going to hack it and show you how to do it. There is a new method called BROWSERHAX 2020, and I'm going to be taking you through how to do that. So, first section, prep work. You are going to need... You're going to need Homebrew Menu version 2.2.0. Link will be in the description. And you're going to need either... Chrome notifications. You're going to need either Don't Call It BROWSERHAX or a Spider Skates into Town edition. Spider Skates into Town is for the old 3DS. Don't Call It BROWSERHAX is for the new 3DS. So you're going to go ahead and download this, and then download this, and we're going to be moving on to the next step. And you're also going to need a Wi-Fi connection on your console, so make sure it is connected to your console. Next thing you're going to want to do is, of course, power off your console and remove the SD card. So we're going to do that. We're going to come here, and we're going to remove the SD card, and we're going to put it into our PC. Okay, we're back with our SD card inside our PC. So this should be the only folder in here, Nintendo 3DS. So I'm going to move this aside for a second, and we are going to open the boot.3dsx. So we're going to show in folder, and we are going to drag this onto the root of our SD card. So now our SD card looks like that, and then we're going to open up the zip folder, and now we're going to open up our region. So again, I'm USA, and we are going to copy BROWSERHAX to the root of the SD card. We're going to copy the 3DS folder to the root of the SD card, and we're going to copy arm11 code.bin to the root of the SD card. Now, we're going to open this image. So again, I'll leave a link to the guide, because you're going to need to open that image in a new tab. So I'm going to exit out of this, and I'm going to open this in a new tab. And we're going to remove the SD card from the computer and put it back in our 3DS console. So we're going to come here, open up the side, and put back in our 3DS SD card. So now we're in our SD card with our internet enabled, so make sure you have your internet enabled, and we're going to press L+R, and that should open the camera. And then scan the QR code. So we're going to pull up the QR code, and I'm going to scan this. Then we're going to launch the internet browser, so hold on. Then we're going to launch the internet browser, and we should get a button called Proceed to Hacks. Now we should get a button called Proceed to Hacks. There we go, Proceed to Hacks. Now we should be launched into the Homebrew browser. And there we go, we're launched into the Homebrew browser. And then we are going to leave our console here, and we're going to proceed to the next step. Okay, we're back. So, what we need for this step is we need unsafe mode and Luma 3DS. So let's download Luma 3DS, and let's download unsafe mode, which it's called 2 gig installer for the old 3DS. Again, I'm assuming this will be different for new 3DS. Or no, this is just a fix for old 3DS SD cards. So yeah. Okay, so launch slot tool. So we're gonna go back to our 3DS, and we are going to launch slot tool. Then from this screen, don't know if you can see that. There we go. Install exploit to Wi-Fi slots 1, 2, and 3 and shut down. And so we were going to select this, and it's going to power down. Yep, powered down. And now we can remove the SD card from the console and put it back into the PC. So now what we're going to do is, if I open up the display capture, we're going to open up the Luma 3DS thing. Sorry. I'm going to open up Luma 3DS and keep that open. We're going to copy boot.firm to the root of the SD card. And then we're going to copy from unsafe mode WinRAR notification. We're going to copy usm.bin into the root of the SD card. Again, this is very similar to the last method. So, after that, we can shut all this down and put our SD card back into our console. So, take that out, put it back in. Okay, so with your console still powered off, you're gonna need a rubber band because this is impossible to press with just your fingers. I've tried this several times and on camera, and I have severely hurt my wrists. So put that rubber band on, and you're gonna wanna put it over L and R. There we go. Then you're gonna wanna hold D-pad up, A, and power, and keep holding those. And you should get into a Wi-Fi configuration. And here we are. We're in a Wi-Fi configuration setting. You can take off the rubber band, and I will focus back in on this. And there we go. It's focused in. Connect to the internet and update the system. Hit OK. There is no update, or hit I accept. There's no update. It's part of the exploit. Let's press OK to this, and there's going to be an error. So if you watched the last video, you may remember this. Hit OK. Then yes. Select connection 1. Change settings. Next page. So move over. Proxy settings. And then detailed setup. And there we go, the console flashed red. And if you can read that, it says, "Greetings from R9. Safe hacks completed. Boot 9 strap install success. Press any key to reboot." And then reboot. And now we are in the Luma 3DS configuration, which should be very similar if you've watched any of my other 3DS hacks tutorial. So we're going to want to show NAND, which is, there we go, show NAND. And then there's some other stuff that you can do, show GBA boot screen. I don't like that, that's kind of weird. enable game patching. You might want to do this if you want to, like, say, patch 3DS ROMs. So I'm gonna enable this just for the user, because they might want to, I don't know, install 3DS ROM hacks. And yeah, I'm not really gonna edit anything else. So once you're done with that, press start to save, and it is going to boot the console in normally. Okay, so about after being interrupted for about the 37th time making a video, we're gonna restore the Wi-Fi connections. So, launch the Download Play application. Wait until you see the two buttons. Then we're gonna open the Rosalina menu with the standard configuration. If you've ever done this before, you're gonna do left shoulder, D-pad down, and select, and you're gonna get into the standard Rosalina menu, and you're gonna go down to, let me focus this a little bit more, there we go, now you can see it, miscellaneous options, and switch the homebrew title to the current application. Press B to continue, and B to exit the Rosalina menu, and then we're gonna hit home, or we're gonna press B first, then we're gonna hit home. I'm gonna close this, and we're gonna open it again. And now we should be in the homebrew launcher, and we are. And then we're gonna launch slot tool again, and we're going to restore the original Wi-Fi slots. So we're gonna hit this, and our console will reboot. Okay, so this is the fun part. This is the part I actually hate so much. So power off your system, power off, and take out your SD card and put it back into the PC. So I'm gonna take this out and put it back into the PC. Now, if we go to our display capture, we are going to need, this is the fun part, Anemone, Checkpoint, Homebrew Launcher Wrapper, God Mode 9, DSP1, FBI, CTR No Time Offset, and Luma Updater. So, let's go through this. We're going to need, leave the CIA of Anemone. Yes, okay. So, we're going to need the CIA, anemone.cia. Got the phones ringing, people are interrupting me, everything's going wrong. Okay, so checkpoint.cia, homebrew launcher.cia, godmode 9.zip, dsp1.cia. Can the phone please shut the hell up? We're gonna need FBI, I think both. We're gonna need both 3DSX and CIA, if I remember correctly. Yep, the 3DIA and CIA, whatever. CTR no time offset.3dsx, and then we are going to need Luma updater.cia. I believe it's the .cia. Yes, okay. So we are going to go to our SD card, and we're going to make a new folder, and we're going to name it CIAs, all lowercase. We're going to go into this folder, and we're going to, actually, first we're going to go into the 3DS folder, and where it says 3DSX, we're going to show in our folder our downloads. So hold on, let me get this all set up. This and this. Okay, so now we're going to drag all the 3DSX here. So we're going to drag CTR no time offset there, and we're going to drag FBI into the 3DS folder. So all of the .3dsx files will be in this 3DS folder. Now we're going to go to CIAs, and we are going to drag all of the CIAs there. So FBI, Luma Updater, DSP1, Homebrew Launcher, Checkpoint, and Anemone. Now, we are going to go into the Luma folder and create a payloads folder. Name it payloads. And then we are going to open the godmode9.zip folder. And open back up. I don't know why this keeps closing. And then we're going to open the payloads folder. And we're going to drag godmode9.firm. Not the .sha, the .firm. I almost dragged the .sha in there. And we're going to drag it into the payloads folder. So now we have godmode9.firm in the payloads folder. Now we're going to go back to the root of the SD card, grab the GM9 folder, and copy it to the root of the SD card. Now we have GM9 in the root of the SD card. And now we can close everything, go back to our console, and reinsert the SD card. Okay, so now what we're going to do is before we enter GM9 and start configuring stuff, we're just going to power on the console normally. So first, we're going to see if our system is fully updated. So we're going to go to System Settings. We are going to go to Other Settings. And then we are going to use System Update. And then we're going to update the system. I accept. And we're going to update. And it should say the system is up to date, so we're all good. And it should boot us. Yep, it's going to kick us out back to the home menu. That means the update worked. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, open the download play. We're going to do the same Rosalina menu trick. We're going to go D-pad down, L, and select. And that's going to open the Rosalina menu. We're going to go, again, miscellaneous options, and switch the homebrew title to the current application. I'm going to press B, press B, press B, and then home. So, dude's home button is sticky or something. There we go. And we're going to relaunch it. So first we're going to launch CTR no time offset. And then A to set offset to 0. And then start to return to the homebrew launcher. We're going to launch FBI. We're going to go to SD, CIAs, current directory, install and delete all CIAs. And then hit yes. Let me focus in a little bit more. There we go. And it's going to install all of these CIAs. Click home. Close the menu. So first thing we're going to want to do is do the DSP dump. This normalizes the audio so that there's no audio errors. I'm going to launch the DSP application. And it should be done. And there we go. And we're going to press B to continue. And the app will self-delete itself. So we're going to press B. And there we go. The app self-deleted itself. So now we are going to power off. Now we're gonna get into the fun stuff. We're gonna get into the God Mode 9 sort of configurations. So now we're going to hold start, and press power. And there we're in God Mode 9. Ooh, looks like Anniversary Edition, 4th Anniversary Edition. That's cool. If it prompts you to create the essential files, do it there. And backup assembled. A to continue. RT. And then the clock seems to be wrong, so set the clock, and then I'm going to set it so it is 2020. It is October 10th, and it is 15:12. 15:13. And I'm gonna make it 15. And 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue. Okay, so now we're in the homebrew menu. I'm gonna try to focus that in. Looks like that's good enough. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to press home and then go to scripts, GM9 mega scripts, and then scripts from Plilex guide, and then set up Luma 3DS to CTR NAND, and then hit yes, and then unlock this and enter the code. I can't see that, so okay, and then it'll it's like a little button combination, and there we go. Luma 3DS copied successfully. So now you're done with that. Now we're going to select cleanup SD card. So that is right there, cleanup SD card. Hit yes and hit A to continue, and then B to return to the main menu. Now we're going to choose. Now this is optional, but this is optional, but I highly recommend you do this. So go to backup options, sysnand backup, and then you're going to take A to confirm. This will take a while. This is about a 1 gigabyte thing. So we're going to exit out of all this. We're going to exit and then relock permissions. So, oh my god, can I view the screen? Sorry guys, the camera does not want to focus there. There we go. Relock the permissions, hit yes. Now we're going to go to the M drive, which is memory virtual. We're going to go to boot9.bin, and we are going to copy to gm9/out, so that we just backed up our memory. So hit home to bring up the action screen, and now you can power off your system. Sometimes it does that. It's nothing that you should be worried about, because it'll go away in like a few seconds. So now you can, of course, copy the backups from your gm9/out folder. Your backed up sysnand will be there, and your backed up memory will be there, and you can delete them from your 3DS SD card. And now you are done. So one more thing I want to mention is to power back on your console and go into system settings. There, I think that's focused enough. Go to data management. Or sorry, hold on. Go to internet settings, go to spot pass, and sending of system information. Please change that to no. Go to automatic software downloads, please change that to no. And then finally, Okay, so one last thing. I don't have a me, so I'm not going to do it right now, but you need to go into friends list and make sure to hide pretty much everything. So hide it from your friends, hide whatever you're doing from Nintendo. Basically, just don't show what you're doing on your friends list. And that's pretty much going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is just, I'm not going to show you how to use any of these. Again, this is just how to get custom firmware up on your 3DS running with the new method. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on that next one. Peace out. Love you all.